Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Friday, the 24th of February, comes to you from Houston, Texas. I'm here seeing clients for a few days. So, as always, we start by looking at currencies, then stock markets, commodities, and last of all, some US stocks. And the dollar index is where we start. So, we're looking at the dollar this morning. Just the last couple of days pulling back. So, we're back through the cloud into bearish territory. Notice how we're just pulling back onto this support level all the time on the short-term charts here. So at the moment, dollar just pulling back, but still very bullish on the long and medium term charts. Of course, that transpires to the euro looking better. It's gone back up through the cloud on the short term, and so we do still have these downside targets, but we're just pulling all the way back to this resistance level. But it's just short term respite for the euro because those medium and long term charts still look pretty terrible. Dollar yen, we're seeing a real fall away here in the dollar yen strength in the short term again, and we've got as much as 2.8% downside potential there, so that's not looking great. Looking at sterling against the dollar, it has been strong actually the last couple of days, just pulling back this morning. So we're sitting at this 125 level. It's just really struggling to get through the cloud on the medium term chart. So we're still bearish long term. We've got downside targets pretty much showing through on all the long and medium term charts. A bit of a mixed picture short term, and we have activated these with this upside target. In fact, not activated the 129 target, but 127.37 is activated. But at the moment, it's still pretty hard to read and could go either way. It's quite in that sort of range. Looking at euro sterling, sterling has been stronger against the euro and is still maintaining that bullish trend. So bullish medium and short term, just bearish long term still. And if we look at the Swiss franc, sterling did appreciate quite significantly against the Swiss bank. Swiss is tending to fall with the euro in sympathy. Australian dollar against sterling has actually sterling has really improved dramatically there over the last 24 hours. So we are just seeing that sterling is finding some strength in various places. Looking at the US stock market, the S&P 500 index was higher again, only just, and we have still got these upside targets and still very bullish medium and long term. We're seeing the week, last week was a very strong week, this week not as strong, so that's quite key as well. Nasdaq did pull back a little bit yesterday, but is still pretty bullish, as is the Dow Jones index. We're seeing here just really running to new highs at 20,800. Hard to believe just a few weeks ago, or even a couple of weeks ago, we were thinking, would it break 20,000? Well, it's just smashed that. Russell 2000 is looking bullish as well, so the broader market's still looking pretty good. The futures are down 0.5%. I'm on Houston time, of course, so I'm a little bit later today, so we're seeing a little bit more showing through on that opening. FTSE falling through the cloud short term today, so we are seeing that having an impact, and the FTSE 250 is also looking a little bit bearish in the short term as well, and the DAX falling away. So stock markets just generally having a bit of a weak end to the week. Nikkei still bullish on all three charts, and the Hang Seng Index did pull back 0.62%, but we are bullish on all three charts still. And China was a bright spot, only very slightly up. So we're seeing as well there that the Hang Seng is just slightly up as well. And then the Sensex, again, we're just rising above the cloud. The Australian market is still bullish above all three time frames. And if we look at Brent, we're seeing on Brent Crude that we have just turned bearish again, so we're seeing some downside pressure there. WTI, much the same thing. We're just turning into some bearish. So we just can't break these sideways ranges, which is really unusual for this time of year. It's normally the strong time of year for crude oil. And if we look at nat gas, recovering slightly, but let's face it, it's had a pretty tough month, so no big surprises there. Just going straight to gold. Gold is looking pretty good. It's really running now. We're back through the cloud on the medium term chart, bullish on all three time frames. We've got really good upside targets now. 12.59 was the target. We're at 12.58.46 this morning, so we've kind of got there. 12.87 is the next target. That's 2% upside. So gold is looking pretty good, and silver is also, as you would expect, looking good. So precious metals are a bright spot now at the moment. Just looking at the 10-year yields on government bonds, really fallen away quite significantly the last couple of days. So 10-year yield is now 2.33%. So even though the markets are expecting US interest rate rises, the yield is actually just falling away at the moment. Apple pulled back slightly last night, but still looks very bullish. Google, much the same, looking pretty bullish. Amazon, above the cloud on all three time frames, so looking bullish there as well. Facebook did jump the day before, just pulled back some of that yesterday, but it's looking pretty good. And Microsoft also just starting to move a little bit. Big news for me personally is Nvidia fell by 9% last night, so a really big decisions to be made there. I've tripled my money on this stock already and taken my original stake out, but it's quite a challenge now. Do I take more profits off the table? It's just a case of whether this 100 level gets broken. That's are we going to bounce here? So we have to see what happens today and Monday. But that's it for today. Have a good weekend and see you next Monday. Happy charting. See you then.